Can you talk at all about what's going to happen now that Erin's back?
I love Zach. We have the best time together. Zach and I spent one of these last 4 episodes together the entire time. His sense of humor is so great, and he's fabulous, and I'm always like hugging him. So Tracy and I are always hugging him, telling him we love you, and he's I hate you guys. he's just wonderful. I mean, he's just so much fun. So his work with Maureen, really beautiful stuff. Those last 3 episodes are a great Zach stuff. And I always feel like whenever we focus on him or have things that are full of him, it's good episodes. He just does great work. So there's some really fun stuff coming up with him. There's some really fun stuff coming with the Nano. I think it's really exciting. That's actually been some of my favorite stuff
He's
to
just
watch.
I feel so bad for him.
I know.
Like last year at WonderCon, I remember talking to him.
I know.
I said, and that was right before, I can't remember her name, right before she was killed off.
Of course.
And we talked to her too. But
Yeah.
of course they couldn't tell us.
And she's adorable.
And I remember,
then she's gone.
I remember
Yeah.
telling him I thought it was gonna be him. I didn't think he was gonna survive.
I know.
First
I think we just love him too much. Like, do you know what? I feel like he might possibly be our way in. You know, because the Matheson clan is, I mean, they're terrifying. There's very few, you don't always be like, I want to be like Rachel really? I think that he's kind of our way in. He's a sweet guy who happens to be really bright, and he's got terrible luck.
Right.
Yeah.
It feels like he's like just cursed.
It does feel like he's cursed.
I mean,
bet he feels that
none
way.
of them are living a happy
No.
life, but he feels cursed to me.
He does. He has a lovely arc. I can say he has a lovely arc, and I think you'll be gratified by his arc. There'll be a little blood. Just get through that. There's a nice arc. I can't tell you where the arc ends. It doesn't always end in a rainbow, those arcs, but there's some good stuff, and I think that you'll be happy.
I mean, it'd be nice for him to have a wife that doesn't, is not taken over by something else or
Possessed?
killed or
You want a lot for him. No, I love him and I love his character. I always tell him that. Wherever I go with him, people are like, you're my favorite character, and I think that is as it should be. I think he's our way in. He makes sense. No, I agree with you. Plus, I love him. I love Erin, and then I love little acerbic Zach. I love them both. They're great, and he's insanely funny, and he's committed as an actor. I love him.
Can you talk to us more about how things are going to go for Rachel with both Miles and Monroe around?
Monroe, man, we have can't talk about that. There's some stuff between Rachel and Monroe that's long coming.
That can't be good.
Does any of it involve him creeping on her daughter or anything?
No, I think that if she knew that would be something different. I don't even think it's in the realm of her thinking. Like when everyone's like, sorry, Mom, I'm with, I'm really liking so and so. I think Rachel's like, so? I mean, like, fine, whatever. But I think that if she even had an inkling of that it would be a bad thing. So no, this is past stuff. There's a ravine.
What is it that you think people love about these post-apocalyptic stories and this new rage, I guess you can say,
I
of
love
sci-fi?
that. I think that we are suckers for, or I am at least, the what if. We do them in our heads all the time. In every scenario in your life, you'll go off on a tangent in your head, a what if tangent. And I think that this is one huge what if. What if this happened? What if I suddenly made this choice? What if this happened? What if this affected me in this way? I believe we do it in every minute, probably 7 or 8 times. We're huge on what ifs. Our whole daydreams revolve around what ifs. Sci-fi is what if. Fantasy is what if. So for me, that's just human nature. That's what makes us magical, is the what if. Otherwise, we'd never create anything. So that's why I think it's kind of...
Are there going to be any nice Miles and Rachel moments in the next 4 episodes?
Yeah,
there's not enough of them.
Billy Burke's fun to kiss. He always is like, stop telling people that. So finally he went and he's like, Liz was fun to kiss too. And I was like, it's grudging, but it was okay. Yeah, there's a lovely moment between us, and we finished our scene, and we both were just like, it's lovely. It's not lovely sometimes to get to do the simple stuff. That's big. It really is fun as an actor, because a lot of times, honestly, we'll spend an entire day just running back and forth and laughing because it's funny after a while. We're loaded down with weapons, and we're like, we're all so grim and serious, and then, Tracy and I are the biggest jokesters in the world, so we tend to just collapse and giggles when it's done. It's fun.
Has Rachel ended up going to different places than you expected when you first got the role?
Yeah, I mean, all my characters surprise me. Yeah, she's. I didn't think. It started out that she was such a wounded little bird, you know, and then after Now You Need Me, I stopped being surprised. So I was kind of like, okay, yeah. I mean, it's really fun. Her turn towards a moral center surprised me, but I like it. You know, when you take away the fact that it doesn't feel as fun, it's also where I, as a human being, would go. So I kind of feel like it's kind of nice. You know, I try to live my life by code. It's kind of nice that she's trying to find hers again.
Can you talk about working with Stephen Collins?
I love Hot Dad. That's what I've made everybody call him. He walked into ADR the other day, and our absolutely gorgeous sound person, her name is Shay. She walked in and she goes, okay, and she's very serious, and she's like, all right, Hot Dad, could you? And then she goes like this, and apparently she just turned 5 shades of red. And of course Steven's very generous, and he was like, what would you like me to do? And she's like, okay. And so she like goes through it again. But it's my fault, because I've made everybody call him that. So now he gets called out wherever he goes. But he's great. And he's kind, and he's very prepared. Like, you come to work with him, and we go right into our scenes, and we work really hard together. And because we've both been working forever, we don't really have a problem absolutely annihilating each other in the scene and then going back to just being funny, happy people, which we are. I mean, Tracy and Steven and I are just huge gigglers. And then the minute the camera rolls, we just refuse. We're like, no, because that wastes time. But when they're setting up, come on, everything's fair game. It's good. I love Steven.
Thank you.
Thank